And now, it's time for a Mr. Gendall science video featuring the PhD on the pH scale with pH explanation girl. With all your definition needs, she'll be there telling us what we need to know. And pH explanation girl, showing us just how to find that pH number. And finally, pH example girl. She'll be showing us specific examples. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, yours truly, Independent Science Boy, pH explanation boy, B! pH definition girl, do you have something to tell us?
The pH scale is a measure of hydronium ion concentration in a solution. And pOH is the measure of hydroxide ion concentration in a solution.
What does that mean?
We're finding the pH of water.
pH definition girl.
The pH scale is a measure of hydronium ion concentration in a solution.
In order to find out how to figure out the pH. We know that the Kw of water is 1 times 10 to the negative 14. And we know that the Kw is made up of the concentration of hydronium ions times the concentration of hydroxide ions. So since water is neutral, these are going to be the same. Which means you take the square root of 1 times 10 to the negative 14 to get 1 times 10 to the negative 7. To get the pH of the
definition girl.
pH scale is the measure of hydronium ion concentration in a solution.
You take the negative log of the concentration. So the pH is 7.
pH girl.
pH is the measure of hydronium ion concentration in a solution.
And since it's neutral, the pOH,
which is the measure of hydroxide ion concentration in a solution,
will be exactly the same at 7. Therefore, it's neutral.
Now let's take a quick break and show you some specific examples. Welcome back. I'm Michael Garrett.
And I'm Dale McGregor.
And we're going to be doing some examples of pH testing for you.
pH definition girl.
pH scale measures the hydronium ion concentration in a solution.
This is an example of pH. Dale.
pH definition girl.
pH scale measures the hydronium ion concentration in a solution.
The numbers on the top represent the pH number, which, as we learned before, is the concentration of the hydronium ions. And the numbers on the bottom are the exact opposite, because they represent the concentration of the hydroxide ion. Since those two are in equilibrium, they'll always be opposite.
The more basic you get, the farther to the right you get, and the more acidic you get, the farther to the left you get.
Okay, so we're going to do some tests, and we'll start with our coffee. We have some wide-range pH test paper here. pH definition girl.
pH is the measure of hydronium ion concentration in a solution.
So we'll begin with that. And I'm going to compare it to the colors here. And I think we have a 6.
Some coffee goes 6 on our pH scale.
It's pH definition girl.
pH measures the hydronium ion concentration in a solution.
And we also tested soap, and we found that it had a pH of 10.
pH definition girl.
pH scale measures the hydronium ion concentration in a solution.
And now we're going to test the second two. So our brave science example man is going to take a shot of this after the break. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, that must be acid.
Yeah. Alright, now we're going to test it to see what the pH is.
A little different than coffee. I'd say it's a 4. Maybe 3.
3.
So the pH of lemon,
pH definition, girl!
The pH measures hydronium ion concentration in
A solution!
so it's 2, and the pOH,
Oh, Jesus Christ, you guys, I quit. Figure it out yourself!
I guess we'll be taking a short break to get organized then. Let's go to a gendall moment in science.
An interesting fact about the pH scale is it was figured out by a man named Bill Burton, and he worked long hours.
Goodbye for now from the remaining members of the G team. Explanation and the example.